What's going on, YouTube? So we back with another one. If you like what I'm doing here, let me get a thumbs up. If you don't like it, let me get a thumbs down. You will be gonna keep cooking. You will be gonna keep rocking. Let's have civil discord, not so civil discord, or not so civil discord in the comments. But just know you will be handled accordingly, and please just try to be respectful. It's okay to have a difference of opinion, but let's just try to be respectful. Want to move on to housekeeping and appreciation. On this segment of my videos moving forward, this will be where I go into thanking y'all and doing some housekeeping. The housekeeping part is letting you know that things that will be changing, and also addressing some things, addressing some of y'all opinions and critiques. And obviously the appreciation is thanking y'all for being here, thanking y'all for your critiques, especially if it was respectful or I felt as though it was much needed. I just wanted to let y'all know that I heard y'all. I heard y'all. Moving forward, I'm going to try my best to talk clear so everybody can understand. I will try to speak fast enough so I won't be talking too fast. And once again, I truly appreciate all the new subscribers and everybody that's been tuning in based on kind of new visibility. Now, today, this video is going to basically tell y'all about content creation, and it ain't what you think it is. And if it was easy, everybody would do it. So I want to give y'all my thoughts on this. Now, the biggest thing in when I was getting the critiques is as far as how I'm talking, the music may be too loud due to editing errors. What I think people are very unrealistic to what YouTube even is. So a lot of times, which I don't do it because I know, especially if you didn't know, fun fact about me, I've been bodybuilding for 10 years now. Personal trainer for 8 years, right? So one of the worst things that we can do is compare ourselves to other people, especially other people that's been doing this for way longer or have more experience, and in some cases have more money to allocate towards the craft, right? So a lot of some of the critiques that I was getting, as far as like, you need to write a script, or you talk too slow, or this, that, and the third, whatever the critique was, whatever. Once again, one of the things that I always do is I always go check on that individual that's commenting, especially your critique or seeing or kind of being borderline disrespectful. I try to go see if they are a content creator. A lot of the time, 90% of the times, they're not even a content creator unless, and I touched this before, unless that's their burner account. And if it was just you just giving your critique like on what you would do, you're not doing it. And I say that in the most respectful way. If you expect people to get out here, because this is something that I love, this is something that I truly want to be compensated for, because it's something that I love to do. I feel as though I have a different objective opinion that some people would like to hear. So, and that being said, I have created platforms. I've been in the social media game, the YouTube game for the better since 2019, if I'm not mistaken. 2019, between 2018 and 2019 is kind of when I really started trying YouTube again. I've tried in my past life a few times, and it just wasn't as successful, and I really didn't know, I really didn't understand. But when it came to like editing, because one of the things, it was going to be like fitness and like a fitness vlog, right? And one of the things about the fitness and lifestyle vlog or whatever, yeah, I would do my little editing and stuff like that, but I didn't know about the algorithm. I didn't know about that stuff. So yeah, I could edit a fitness video and throw some music on there, and then that was that. And then once I learned how to edit a little bit more, I even, was putting up like my little vlog stuff and everything like that, saying how, how hard it is. And then the third, the channel was not going anywhere. When I say it was not going anywhere, it wasn't getting subscribers, wasn't getting views, wasn't going anywhere. But I was resilient and I kept going. Once again, still wasn't going nowhere. It was cool though. I kind of let that channel go. I did let it go. I actually still got it. I just don't post on it obviously anymore or whatever. And a lot of people was telling me at the time, you should start a YouTube. So that's why I started it, and really was trying to, was working at the same time. And, I was trying to be consistent. Then the third, once again, didn't know anything about the algorithm. Didn't really have too much information on YouTube, how to gain subscribers, because people want to watch you, they're going to want to watch you. And a lot of times people are messy. We know this. People are messy. People genuinely, it's either some of your subscribers are truly going to come to you because they truly want to be educated. 90% of your subscribers are going to come to you and rock with you because you have the same understanding as them, and you may be good at explaining and breaking down and looking at things objectively. You might have the gift of gab. Some subscribers, and this is a thing, they may come to you because if you're a female, because you're highly attractive, or if you're a male and you're attractive, the females like to look at you and sometimes cause havoc. But it's a multitude of reasons on why people may rock with you. Fast forward, I made it in between 2019 and 2020. I was a lot more successful. Where I'm going with this is, the people that have the most critiques is usually people that don't truly understand this content creation game. They expect for you to come out the gate with however many subscribers, not knowing that is a trickle. Could it take one video? Yes. And that's the dream, but it's like hitting the lottery. Like, you get that one video that goes exponentially super viral. That video, you take off. Let's just say you gain 10,000 subscribers from that one video that takes off. Then you make another video, it don't go viral. You make another video that doesn't go viral, and no views. But you're still riding off that one video that went viral. Now, the people that came to you off of that one video that went viral, they may not even be on YouTube that much. So when you post, these are real people. When you post, most of the time they don't watch your videos because they have other subscriptions or things that they're really interested in. But that video that went viral made them kind of, see things the way you see them. So being as though they kind of see things the way you see them, they're like, you know what, we're gonna rock with this individual. Get what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna rock. But they're not really interested, and all your videos are of low quality, meaning that they just not it. So people genuinely click off of them. Now, once again, hammering my point home. That's unrealistic to think that you're going to make a video and go super viral and you're going to make all the money and you're going to get all the subscribers. Most of these people with these huge platforms, it takes years. It truly takes time. Yeah, you once your channel catch flame and you run it up and you're consistent, especially in your messaging, how you live, how you move, whatever your content is about or whatever, and the quality is always there, yeah, you're going to continue to run it up. But if you fall off in any type of way, you become irrelevant. And depending on their subscriptions and what they're subscribed to, you may get buried in their algorithm depending on what they're watching at the time. I know this is because I take in a lot of content, and sometimes I have to type in manually an individual. I'm like, I ain't see one of his videos in a while. Or sometime it'll push through my algorithm because that's the stuff that I've been watching lately, and hit this video caught fire of this individual. You get what I'm saying? Now, once again, hammer my point home, and it's the last. Then we're going to move to the reaction and the breakdown. When people see you as a new creator, right, and you may get some traction on, once again, a certain video, and it's quote unquote not of the higher quality, you're not speaking fluently, you pause a lot, you're using the same word over and over in each and every sentence, people expect for you to speak clearly, don't pause. They expect for you to be this machine. I'm not a machine. I literally just started this channel a month ago. Then once again, a lot of things that some of us creators do as creators, not consumers of the content, but as creators, one of the things we do is, and I implore you to do it as well, if you want to know if that content creator is on the up and up or they know what they're doing. So one of the things that I look at, right, when I see, because stuff will come through your algorithm or whatever, and it may not have a substantial amount of views, it may not even be the best video quality, anything like that, right? But what it is it's a hot topic in your algorithm, so it brings its way through. Once it gets through, you'll click on the video, whatever. This is what I do as a content creator or whatever, and I see how many views they got, and I see it's a little engagement, and I see they got, like I said, a substantial amount of views or whatever the case may be. But then I go and I read their profile, and it says paid channel started in 2011, and their content is actually packaged pretty well. Like the channel is pretty nice. I'm like, okay, cool, this, that, and the third. Do I expect them to be perfect? No. But what that tells me is that they are very inconsistent or have been inconsistent, and they might not be really that into content creation, or it's just something that they're trying to do, but they're not, they're half stepping. Now, go to my channel, go to the About Me. I already have over 83,000 views, 2,000 subscribers, 2,100 or something like that subscribers, right? Listen to me closely. This channel was started a few months ago. That tells you everything you need to know about the content creator and actually how effective he or she is. What that also tells you is that this mofo has another channel or have had channels that maybe they just wanted a fresh start, or they essentially called the channel dead. How do I know this? Because I am that mofo. if you didn't catch it in the beginning. So people automatically expect, once again, which they shouldn't, because I may not talk clearly all the time, or there is human error. But that's why I broke it down and made the sections and made the adjustments. This is something that I really want to do as a bodybuilder and as a person that's one of them type of individuals that I won't sleep until I'm successful. I'm like, I can do this. I can do this better. This is something that I love to do. I need to go full force. I want as best as I can create the best content and package it in the correct way. Now, I have selected 2 videos for y'all to watch today. The 2 videos are just getting started, just starting. A lot of the people that makes the critiques, they think they're on the other side of the window. You don't like it's hard out here for a pimp. It ain't what you think it is. You're in competition with the people that's inside your niche, and you in competition with the people that don't even know you, that ain't even worry about you. Because at the end of the day, they got their audience. You trying to break into your own, or whatever the case may be, and it's so easy to give a critique or whatever the case may be. And it's a difference between doers, thinkers, and I'm gonna put thinkers and planners in the same category. So it's different between doers and thinkers. But remember, planners are a part of that, right? So I'm a doer. One of the things that the biggest thing that people don't even know, it's about just getting started. But what does that mean? Some people just get started and never progress, and just use and still stay dusty. What I mean by that is, some individuals, and that works for them, and people don't ask for no more, right? But they'll start off on their phone with low quality stuff on their phone or whatever. They'll start off just keep editing on TikTok with TikTok green screen, things of that nature. They will stay there, and they will still have a big audience, but they started, so they're starters, but they don't progress. Then you got somebody like me. Once again, I'm a doer as well, where I may start off dusty, but I'm going to progress. So if I start off stopping in between every sentence, using the same word over and over in each sentence, not articulating myself in the correct way, you will see as the content continues that I will get better and better and better, because I'm a individual that works on my craft. Not only will I get better in articulating myself, because I'm actually very articulate, but once again, people think just because you turn on the camera or whatever the case may be, that you're still going to be able to communicate the same way as if you communicate in your regular life. It don't work like that. This stuff is forever. This stuff is, especially if you want it to be a job, like this stuff is on the cuff. Whether you're talking to yourself or you're in an area by yourself, it doesn't matter, because you are recording this to get out to the world. So people will be watching you talk, and that can make you nervous in yourself. Now, going back to the doers, the thinkers, and the planners, the people that make their most critiques, they was like, well, I can't make content because I don't have this, or they just keep trying to make everything perfect opposed to starting and then progressing. Once again, that's what I did. That's what I'm doing. Start, progress. Once again. And I thank y'all for your critiques, but once again, we are so harsh, and we're not thinking about, well, I'm giving this critique, but how long has this person been quote unquote doing this? People forget that YouTube is a free app where anybody can post. Once again, from their dusty phone, from their dusty camera, if they even have a setup. So it's like y'all expect top tier content or top tier articulation, and you, like, I don't get it. It's like, to me, it's just like another one of them things that people, it's so easy to just judge and be behind the screen and just say and wag your finger like this could be better, but you never started in the first place. And then if it's so easy, why don't you start it? But I found 2 videos to not only educate, but to motivate. Cause that's my core sentiment. Like, I try to handle everything with love, and I try to get better at everything that I do. So this is me putting the candy in the clap bag, the motivation to better help y'all understand this real side of the content creation game.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but being a perfectionist makes you a failure. Yeah, I know. Pretty bold statement to make, but looking back over the last few months, I realized that it's kind of true. See, not a day goes by that I don't wake up and ask myself, how can I get closer to my creative goals today? And at a certain point, this became really overwhelming, because I would spend hours of every single day just thinking and planning and scripting and storyboarding and going through checklists and trying to make sure that everything...
Keyword, y'all heard what she said? Scripting, storyboarding. Opposed to, and she's going to probably get into, I did not watch this full video, but she's going to get into it. I'm pretty sure. First of all, that's overwhelming. Scripting, writing a script or whatever. Let's even say she even has a teleprompter. She has to, when you write a script, you got to stay on it. So when you're going off the cuff, you could think about something in that moment and kind of go away a little bit. I'm not saying be all over the place, have some structure, but writing a script, keep creating content after creating content, instead of just being, because people rock with organic. People like your organic thoughts. They don't want stuff that you scripted. Depending on what your content is and what exactly are you doing. I mean, what exactly you are doing.
I could ever make him come up with was going to come out perfectly, just to make nothing. For months, idea after idea would come up, and I would turn on the camera and film, whether I was talking, walking, making a tutorial, literally whatever. Nobody knows the answer. None of you know what the answer to what does the word cinematically mean. But then when it came to editing, I would tell myself that the video I made is not good enough to be seen for whatever reason. I literally just always had some excuse.
Another key point. You hear? She said the video that I've made just isn't good enough. And in those videos, they might have didn't go smooth. She might have was skipping all over the place, but there was a point that you could get, and you may not have been able to get it as fast as you would like, but there was a point, and the video was probably really, really good. But because she thought it, opposed to just putting it out there and just getting better over time, the content is never out there.
Excuse in my head as to why I had to scrap my old idea and start over. And that literally led to months of me striving for perfection and not achieving it. And now here we are, 8 months into the year, and I feel so behind on my goals simply because I wanted everything to be perfect before I even started.
See, my problem is I either want to be great or I want to be nothing. And great to me equals perfect.
But the joke's on me, because in my efforts to make everything so perfect, my perfectionism has been the one thing that's been preventing me from making something that is perfect. They say practice makes perfect, but when you're literally sitting there and scrapping every idea that you've ever had, and you're not actually following it through to the end, you're not even giving yourself a chance to achieve perfection. Even though we really shouldn't be striving for perfection anyways, because nobody's perfect, I feel like we also forget that no one actually even knows the vision that we have in our heads. So if it's not executed perfectly, the only person who's gonna actually know that is you.
Boom. And I absolutely agree with what she was saying. Now, I have another video that I would like to share with you guys. But one of the biggest points, and I like how she put that, but one of the biggest things is only you can see your vision. All of that planning, scripting, she never did it. So even if she would have put the content out there and got backlash, at least it was out there and she would have known what she can work on. And she would have been able to put that experience under her belt. Now she's behind, don't really have that experience of releasing content and getting other people's opinions or thoughts or whatever the case may be. It's because he didn't start. Once again, hammering my point is that it's not as easy as people think it is. And just to put yourself out there and do something that you love to do and have people kind of piss on it, like you could do this better, you could do this better, you could do this better. What Jay-Z say? Can I live? Can I live? Can I, you know what I'm saying? Can I clean it up? You know, can you watch the video? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I know I done watched so many creators or whatever the case may be, and their presentation not even gonna, it's like we gotta come into the game. It's like as the new creators on the block, it's like we gotta come into the game spotless. You can't make no mistakes as a new creator or whatever. Whereas there'll be bigger creators that don't even have a great package on their content. They don't even have little to no editing. Just is crazy. But you expect a smaller platform with a creator with 2,000 plus subscribers to basically be a CNN, Fox News, ABC type presentation when you don't even ask of that from the 2 million plus creators to have the same packaging, subscriber creators that have the same packaging. It's crazy. But like I said, you know what I'm saying, it's one of them things where I want to teach at the same time. I want to teach at the same time. And it's just about literally just starting. And this is about to be the final final reaction breakdown, and then I want to give my final thoughts.
The only thing in life that stands between you and everything you've ever wanted to do is doing it.
Look, when you're a kid, you're all potential. It's chaotic potential. It can manifest itself in any number of ways. And maybe you don't want to give that up. So you're like Peter Pan. You want to be a kid forever because you don't want to give up the potential. And you look out in the world and all you see are Captain Hooks, who've lost a hand, who are chased by death because that's the clock in the crocodile. It's already got a taste of him. He's terrified by death and he's a tyrant. Well, I don't want to grow up to be that. So I won't be disciplined at all. Well, that's no good because the way the potential transforms itself into actuality is through discipline. And so then you, as you said, this is the trick though. You have to pick a path of discipline. What path of discipline you have to pick is a different issue. Because there could be a rule. The rule might not be follow this rule. The rule might be you have to follow some rules. So it's a meta rule. And the meta rule is you have to discipline yourself. And the issue is, well, how? That's not really the relevant question. You can pick a disciplinary path. That's why I often tell my clients, especially young people, they say, well, I don't know what to do. It's like, that's okay. Nobody does. Go do something. Do the best thing that you can think of. Put the best plan you have into practice. It's
not going to be perfect. No, I'm going to leave that there. Because y'all get the point. Use what you have right now and just progress. Get better with it. Practice your craft. Learn what you're doing. Put yourself out there. And we want to wrap it up, give you final thoughts. I'm going to finish on that. Put yourself out there. That's why I said the difference between the doers and basically the overthinkers and overplanners or whatever. You don't know what's going to stick unless you throw it at the wall. And newer content creators from the rip, just by them putting themselves out there or whatever. And then we have the people that don't make content to critique them. It's like it's just crazy. It's just the expectation of people, and you're already pretty much, especially if you started, you're doing the best that you can do at the time that you're doing it. So like I said, I wanted to melt this into motivation as well. Give us new creators, give us some grace or whatever. Give me some grace. Yeah, I got other platforms that I'm pretty big on or whatever the case may be, but you still don't know who I am. You still don't know what we got to do if you're not on the side of it, but just give us grace. And if you ain't just going to start making content to even understand what this side is really about, and that we are doing extremely well for us to be content creators or whatever, just by like one of the commenters said, just by you watching the video, you clicked on it. Why did you click on it? You must be doing something right. And then if you watched it past a certain point, it must have been enough for you to be like, oh, all right, cool, I get it. So just give us some grace and understand that we are doers, and most of us just started, and we're going to progress along the way. But I appreciate y'all being here. And moving forward, I'm going to try to give the best presentation that I can get, and we're only going to get it better over time. So if you keep rocking with me, you're going to see. So listen, if you like what I'm doing, let me get a thumbs up. If you don't like it, let me get a thumbs down. Either way, we're going to keep rocking. Either way, we're going to keep cooking. Let's have civil discord, not so civil discord in the comments. And if you do disagree or have any smoke or anything, just try to be respectful. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. If y'all made it this far, please make sure you like and sub, and I truly appreciate you, and I will catch you on the next one. Any information should be in the description.